Aries, hello. Happy 2020. Welcome to your January 2020 reading. I'm an intuitive empath, so I use the cards as a tool to pick up on the energy around us and get the message that Spirit wants us to have. I do not read tarot traditionally, so if that's what you're looking for, I'm not going to say this is the wrong place because you're probably sent here for a reason, but I'm not a traditional tarot reader. I have one tarot deck. It's the Dreams of Gaia Tarot, and it's kind of like a mix between a tarot and an oracle. And then the other two decks I use are oracle decks. I use the Sacred Rebels Oracle and the Keepers of the Light Oracle. Okay. So let's get into this reading, Aries. I have an Aries moon, so I feel like I resonate with your all's readings pretty often. And to be honest, it's almost a full moon. It's coming on the 10th, and the closer we get to the moon, the more Aries I usually feel. So I've kind of been excited to do your all's reading too, because I feel like it's going to apply to me too. So let's see what's up. Yeah, see, Aries, you might be dealing with a Pisces, because the Pisces just got this same thing. And it's the whole twin flame thing. Oh my God, you might need to go watch the Pisces reading. Soul flame, rediscover a lost part of yourself and experience relationship harmony and healing. Time to go take care of yourself. Open communication, get a weight off your chest, speak up with love and be heard. Okay. Humanity and benevolence, stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, and see the light in the world. Wow, yeah. So you might be dealing with a Pisces. You might be in a twin flame situation, and your twin flame is a Pisces. I don't know, but this is already starting to line up with the Pisces video. You and this person, you need to go focus on yourself right now, Aries, and you and this person are communicating with one another too much. Neither one of you can go focus on your healing and stuff if you keep talking to one another, because you keep arguing and you keep reopening one another's wounds. It's this whole energy of not being ready for one another yet. And I feel like you're having some anxiety because you really feel connected to this person and you just don't want to let them go, and they probably feel that too. So you're both kind of freaking out, but you need to stay calm and trust the good in others and yourself. See the light in the world. Realize that if it's meant to be, you are going to come back together later, but you really need to focus on yourself, okay? The Sensual, but it's in reverse, okay? And a lot of people have been getting this lately. I think Taurus got it in their reading for other reasons, but when the Sensual is in reverse, it's because you've been giving too much to a certain higher power, okay? And this doesn't mean like the God of your understanding or anything like that, okay? I'm not downing anyone's higher power, but you were starting to become loyal to something too quickly because you still need to focus on yourself. Sorry, my sage is like literally on fire. I set it on top of the candle, not a good idea. You need to focus on yourself, and it's like every time you feel loyalty to this person, because what you're feeling is the fact that you all have been together in lifetimes and lifetimes before, and your soul is loyal to this person. You promised you'd find each other in this lifetime. But you really might be dealing with a Pisces, okay? The Pisces reading is so similar. But in this lifetime, blind loyalty makes you blind. So don't just be loyal to one another because that's what you're feeling, because you both still have some healing to do. for yourselves. This whole idea that we have that being in love and falling in love is going to heal you, that's ridiculous. You cannot, no one can heal you but you. Other people can give you tools for healing. You all can help each other along the way, but at the end of the day, being in love is not going to heal you. You cannot fix each other. You have to fix yourselves, okay? Integrity just came out in reverse. So you have not been being true to yourself because you're so busy being wrapped up in this connection with this person that you haven't been true to yourself, Aries. And to the things that you know that you have to do. You've already had a list of things you have to do. See, this is totally my reading right now. I'm definitely in Aries right now. I've been getting distracted lately, okay? You already had a list of things you needed to do and you've been checking it off. And then, like, as soon as this person came in, you went crazy. Like, you were acting out of character. You weren't even being yourself or being true to yourself anymore because you became really wrapped up in them. And what you're feeling is real. It is true, but it's not the time. You guys really need to work on yourselves right now. I was just about to say, because you guys have a trauma bond, and then here comes the inner child in reverse. Part of what bonds you together is that you both have a very similar past, so you both have a lot of trauma. A mother wound, predominantly, and you both want to be nurtured so bad that you're looking for that in each other, but you've both been chasing nurturing your entire lives because you have an unhealed inner child wound. You need to fix that before you come together, or you'll just destroy one another. Okay? But you met right now for a reason, because little do you know, meeting one another has triggered something in both of you. It's triggered seeds of change. You really might be dealing with Pisces. A lot of people in our generation come together because of trauma bonds, okay? I did it with my son's dad, and we did destroy one another. So I've promised myself I will never do it again, okay? And now I've moved on to heal my inner child, and he has not. And that can be really painful sometimes. But it's not just him. Like, our generation is reeking of people with unhealed mother wounds. Okay? And until we decide to work on that, we are never going to be the parents that our children, that this new generation needs. Okay? God. Keep your emotions in check. This came out in the Pisces reading too. Jesus. Your emotions are overwhelming you right now. You don't even know how to feel about this situation. It is confusing the heck out of you. And them too. They might be saving face and trying to act all tough about it, but best believe it's scaring them too. Okay? You need to be kind and walk away because you've already done enough damage. Like what it said in the beginning of the reading, stop communicating with each other, okay? You need to take a deep breath and step away, at least for the time being. But don't keep calling each other and just blowing each other up and starting arguments. It's coming out of a place of love, but neither one of you knows how to show love right now because you haven't healed this. You don't even know what real love is right now because you still are both looking at it through the lens of that abandoned, abused molested, whatever child. Okay? And therefore, now that you have found a genuine love, because your soul recognizes it, but your shell and your trauma, you're both wearing cloaks of trauma. And so you don't know how to show you love this person in a healthy way. You've both been trying to, but it keeps coming out as abuse and manipulation and all the things that you both saw growing up. Okay? So it's time to be kind and walk away, however that looks. But a lot of times you really cannot be together. A lot of times you really cannot be together until you walk away from each other. So you walk away from a child, from an unhealed inner child. You've got to heal this freaking inner child. You both do. But you might have to take a space and take some time from each other so that you can actually do that. Because when you get together, your souls are so on fire and you both just keep adding flames to a fire where the foundation and the wood that you used is just a bunch of trauma. You both deserve to be loved. I mean, you both know that. That's why you found this connection to each other and you really want it because you both deserve it. But there's still a little bit more work that needs to be done on both sides, you know? Okay. It's time for a new emotional beginning. You both, it's like before you met each other, you had both done some work on your emotions. But it's like you both of you got cocky. This is before meeting each other. This person had done a lot of work on their emotions, and so had you. You had both learned, but what you had both done really was just learn to suppress your emotions. You hadn't actually learned to control them. So meeting each other is making both of you realize that all you've been doing is suppressing, and now it's time to really heal it. Okay? So it's time for a new emotional beginning. For you and for them, but the problem is you are so worried about having this other person come along with you that you keep arguing with them, trying to explain how you feel about the situation and all this stuff. It's not for now. They're not trying to hear you. And a lot of the time, you're not trying to hear them either. Neither one of you wants to admit your faults. It's not easy. So this isn't really the time, okay? You both have to work on some things by yourself. Coming up, you're going to be really in your thoughts. This person's going to be on your mind, in your thoughts. I mean, you're getting so many cards like the Pisces reading. Either you're dealing with the Pisces or you have Pisces and Aries in your chart. I mean, this is crazy right now. Sorry, I just got distracted. I'm living in a transitional house right now. It's basically like a women's sober living home, okay? It's where my son and I are staying. And somebody either out in the kitchen or the bathroom I share just came in with their music and it kind of distracted me. Music always does that to me. Like I hear it and I'm like, oh, is there a sign there? Sorry. So coming up, you're going to be all in your thoughts. You're going to be thinking about this person. You're going to be thinking about how they affected you, how they're continuing to affect you. You'll be dreaming about them. You'll even be feeling their feelings and their emotions because you're that energetically connected. And I wish I could tell you that goes away, but it really doesn't. If you're an intuitive empath and you have a soul connection with somebody, you are always going to feel their emotions. You're always going to feel that. You know, you're always gonna feel it. And it sucks because we talk about cutting cords, but my belief is it doesn't work. It doesn't work with a true soul connection. You never really stop feeling But what I can tell you is it gets easier. And it'll get easier and easier. See, now the deck doesn't want to speak. So you or the other person has started to shut down. And the other person feels it. So the other person's getting scared and angry. It could be both of you. But like, this is all the more reason not to communicate, because you keep fighting, because it's like what you all want to say is, I love you, don't ever leave me, let's do this, blah, blah, blah. But neither one of you knows how to say it because you haven't learned how to love on that level yet. You're clamming up. I just heard, I don't wanna play no games, fuck around and give you my last name. I know you're tired of the same damn things. Dude, yeah. That's how y'all feel about each other, but you don't really know how to give each other that right now because you're both really hurting. You've both been in the darkness. And you're almost at the edge of that light, like it's surrounding you all, but you're not quite there yet. And I actually had a dream about this the other night. About someone that I love a lot. And it, like in the dream, we were both in the darkness and there was like a whole football team dressed in white trying to get in, but they couldn't get in yet because we just weren't, neither one of us is there yet. So I feel like, wow, so this came out in the deck in reverse. So yeah, what you need to do right now, Aries, is to ground yourself. Get out into nature, start keeping a gratitude journal. If you are in a 12-step program like I am, start really working your program, actually call your sponsor, actually go to meetings. That's scary as hell. Like, that's so freaking scary to do. I'm just now opening myself up to that. But do it. And get grounded. Go within yourself and figure out what you need to do to become a whole person, instead of trying to reach for this other person to make you whole, because that's not what you need. Not right now. I'm sensing that part of your journey and part of your mission is that the two of you are going to help teach other people how to heal their inner child. But you can't if you don't heal your own first. You know? So, like, keep reaching for the light. Because it wants you. Light wants you. But it's been hovering on the edge because it sees you're so deep in the darkness. You have to pull yourself out. Okay? Ooh. These all came out together for a reason, so I'm going to take them all. When this is in reverse, it's because she has been giving her time and energy to the wrong people, places, and things. People that she thinks love her, but the love is based upon people using her. And many of you Aries, or even the person you're dealing with, have such a sense of community and craving love and afraid of abandonment that you have come to get involved in this community of people that's just not right for you. Okay? You feel like you have to be there for them. You feel like you have to save them. You feel like you owe them because they're your family or they're your friends or whatever, and that's actually holding you back. You are being used for your light, for your energy. You think it's love and you want it to be love, but it's not. Now, that's not for everyone around you, but you don't have as many people around you in your life as you think. A lot of them are just using you for what they see in you. And you've got to be discerning. You've got to be more discerning coming up. Okay? you're going to need to set some more boundaries and really work this. I think I said that because I was going to say you need to work and focus, and I just made it into one word. Workus. You need to work and focus on yourself, on grounding yourself and loving yourself. And if you don't cut some of these people out that you feel so committed to, you won't be able to. You're so busy being loyal to all these people around you that you really have been neglecting yourself. And part of you knows that. That's why when you find somebody who you can see yourself with in the future, you're trying to push them away because all the family that's been around you up until now, they've been draining you. And so you're afraid this person's going to do it. But the thing is, you all are going to drain each other until you go and heal each other. Or, oh my God, until you go and heal yourselves. Like, ugh. I can't even talk because you all want to be together so badly right now, but it's just not yet. Work on that inner child. Work on that inner child. He needs healing. She needs healing. And stop putting your time and energy into people that are draining you and using you. Okay? Stop doing that. Because you have to care for yourself. You have to work on yourself. Okay? Be committed to yourself right now. Just be committed to yourself right now, Aries. What's the last message for Aries? Part of the next steps of my journey is to learn about, and those of you who have been following me know that I've been trying to do this, but I was never in the right position. But I really, really, really want to become vegan and get back on my running routine, because a lot of what keeps us in our trauma is having the wrong outlets and coping mechanisms, and nutrition and exercise can really help with those things. So I'm going to be branching out on the channel. You know, we're not just about the cards here. We are about healing as a whole in this space. And I cannot teach you all or help you all through it or support you all through it if I'm not doing it too. But I've really been called to the veganism thing. So, yeah, I'm sorry. That just came out because I feel like there are a few of you that know in your heart that veganism will help you in your mentality as well, but you just have been afraid to jump out. Well, me too. I've tried it and I'll last like 5 days, but I really want to get to a point where I can start it this year. The only thing is, I just quit drinking at the beginning of December, just quit smoking a few days later, and then a few weeks after that, I took a prescription that was not my own from somebody. And, you know, that's self-medicating. That's to take, and I know people do it all the time. They're like, oh, here, do you want some of my whatever, you know, for your anxiety or whatever? But if you weren't prescribed that, it's self-medicating. So, like, if I'm being real with myself, I only have like 8 or 9 days clean right now. So the veganism thing is going to have to come later. Right now, I just need to get stable and stay clean. Because I wanted to go use last night because of some shit I couldn't control. So yeah, if you've been wanting to become vegan, get balanced first. Don't try to do everything at once, one day at a time, just for today. See, you can tell I'm back in the rooms. I'm talking like an NA Nazi. But it's not bad for me, honestly. Yep, every journey starts with a single step. Just for today. Take one step at a time. Okay? You know that those claymation Christmas movies? Santa Claus is coming to town. They're like, put one foot in front of the other. And soon you'll be walking across the floor. That's what I just thought of. Put one foot in front of the other, take one day at a time, and you're gonna be okay. Alright? But you gotta do that. And then if you and this person are meant to come back together, you will. But focus on your healing. Love you guys, and I'll see you later.